Hello everybody, this is Matador from freetradingvideos.com. It is Friday, alright, February 6th, 2009. It's about 12:15 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time, and I'm here with my broad market analysis. So interesting again to see the news. Markets are rising nicely this morning, and that was right in the face of all this big January job loss number. Toyota sees its first annual net loss since 1950. Other not so pretty news, and it's all being priced in very nicely. And the reason I wanted to burn my video just a little bit earlier here is technically we're running up into a great resistance area. You actually see it happening right now. You know it's there if you've been watching any of my other videos, and if you look back on a larger time frame, say a 60-minute chart, if we blasted out of the 85 mark, which we did, so resistance, resistance, resistance a few times, right? You can see that nicely. Finally it took off out of that, and I said the next logical place of resistance on this chart is a round number of 86, the declining 200 MA, and this gap fill, this area in here, and that's exactly what we're hitting right now. So a beautiful run up, a couple bars in a row, right? Beautiful run up here, same thing, but now we're having trouble at this $86 mark. Now it would actually drop a line right at 86 if you want to see that. It's done a good job of getting past that perfect number, but again this whole thing becomes a gap fill, and that goes from 86.17 up to 86.50. So 86.50 is up here, and now we can look at this 86.17 number. So now this whole area right here is now the same thing we had on our larger time frame, and the 200 MA is right in the middle of all of that. So after a great run up like this in the morning, it's really important to be careful about these areas. So resistance, 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 resistance over and over, finally breaks, becomes support. We're seeing a little bit of support here, but it's a little bit dangerous to go long in the broad markets after a great run up, even with the TRIN where it is. So it was down here a little bit ago, 0.5, which is great. Now we're seeing that rise. Also, the VIX was rising during that time frame, and this is something to watch out for. That's not confirming a continued run-up in price into the face of this resistance that we're seeing on the broad markets. So now all the other stocks that are doing well today, again, the broad markets wouldn't look like this unless the stocks that made them up, the majority of them were doing that as well, but they're in question as well. So you'd have to find a really, really relative strength stock to just go ahead and go long right now, for instance. Of course, if this sets up and breaks out of this mark, the next logical spot of resistance on this chart, to my eye, is 87.50. Probably a little stall at the round number of 87, but 87.50 is a big one, and that's a good bit away on this chart anyway. Some good money to be made between here and there, but I can also see it chopping around for a while or even pulling back. So be very careful around this area. I wanted to point that out. And relative weakness stocks in a scenario like this are actually a little bit easier to see. Find something that's not performing well while the broad markets are all doing beautifully, and as long as it's not supposed to be going opposite the market, like some other kind of safe haven stock, then sometimes you can get some great short plays out of those. It's very cool. Just wanted to show you those market internals for the day. It's really neat to do these videos because you get better and better and better the more you look at them. So I hope this is being helpful for you, and have a great rest of the trading day and an even better weekend. And I'll talk to you soon.